how the InTASC portfolio might be created. So I just searched for InTASC standards and downloaded the document. In the document, in the table of contents, it has a short version of the 10 standards: 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the, later on in the document, you get to the actual standards. You could search for the name of them, the learner and learning, or whatever. Here they are right here. And so to start my document, I might pull standard 1 and then open a new document, drop standard 1 in, maybe restate this in my own words. The teacher understands how learners grow and develop, recognizing that patterns of, this sounds like they vary individually within and across these areas. This sounds like the course that I took, the adolescent development course. So I might talk about I might use my task 1, or I might do something that I did where I was adjusting to the needs of the student in my placement. But before I do that, I'm just going to kind of show that I understand this. So I'm going to say, as we discussed in class, attending to the unique needs of adolescents is a critical feature of teaching. Not all children are the same, yet all children are capable of learning. They should not have their abilities, I'm going to use a fancy word here just because I like that word, circumscribed by teachers' low expectations. And then I could just go right into explaining the thing from my student teaching, but from my, my 20-hour practicum. So you might say, in my EDUC 5401 field experience, I had a number of conversations with a person with a 12-year-old, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to say, below is a screenshot of a picture she drew when we were discussing evolution. Or below is a sample of my field notes collected during our second meeting. And then you'd post those field notes. And then you'd interpret the field notes by this artifact, this artifact helps illustrate my interest in approaching topics in ways that are interesting to a person with, a unique background, learning issues, and academic experience. Then I'm going to dig into it a little bit. So I was surprised at how much she knew about plants and animals changing over time, but at the same time, I worry that I might not always have the time to elicit thinking from all students in this manner. Now I'm going to shift into some like how I'll grow in this area. So like I'm looking for techniques and moves that will help me elicit student thinking without sort of ignoring or assuming or making assumptions about adolescents' ignorance based on their apparent lack of engagement. Maybe a summary statement like, my early field experience served as a reminder, as seen in this artifact, that children are interested in serious academic topics, but it matters how we approach the child and the topic. Something like that. So that would be an example of covering one standard. And then I would go right to standard 2 and do exactly the same thing. As I was talking about standard 1, I thought, wow, standard 1, it sounds like I could use my eliciting thinking activity, and I totally could. Or I might have used some content that I taught, or I might have used my technology presentation. It could have been a lot of things. So here I am to standard 2, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. All right, you guys, I hope that helps. We'll be workshopping this stuff in class on Wednesday, tomorrow.